If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel, and this is my channel name, Dr. Javed Iqbal Kokhar, Lectures on Free. Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Javed Iqbal Kokhar, Professor of Forensic Medicine and Toxicology. In this video lecture, I will be discussing the caliber and gauge in firearm weapons. The learning objectives of this lecture will be that I will be discussing what is gauge, what is caliber, and how they are applied in rifled and smoothbore weapons. So what is caliber? Caliber is the outer diameter of the projectile or the bullet. And caliber is usually measured as the diameter of the bore from land to the opposite land in rifled weapons. This is a picture showing the land and grooves. This is another picture. And it is expressed in hundredth of an inch, thousandth of an inch, or in millimeters. In a barrel which has rifling, the caliber is the diameter outside the rifling. This is the circle which is touching the raised portion or the lands. And bore is the diameter of the inside of the rifling or the deeper part, that is the grooves of the barrel. This is a picture showing, and the circle touching the lowered portion or the grooves is the bore. The explanation of the caliber and bore can differ depending upon the particular purpose, even within the context of the firearms. Caliber as a standard of a measure is given in tenth of an inch, though for technical purposes, thousandth of an inch are also given. For example, in M1 Garand, which fires a bullet having a diameter of 0.03 inches, and AK-47 fires a bullet having a diameter of 0.311 inches, and both are referred to as .30 caliber rifles. So the diameter of a bore is termed the caliber. And caliber is used to describe the size of the rifle or the handgun bores and the size of the cartridge designed for different bores. This is the pictures of various ammunitions which are used, bullets in different bores. 380 auto or 9mm ammunition are the same caliber. The different names are for the marketing reasons or because of where the cartridges have been developed. So now the bore of smoothbore weapons. Bore or gauge of smoothbore weapon is easier to calculate. It is the internal diameter in inches. It is equal to the number of lead balls made from 1 pound of lead and size fitting the barrel. The most common is 12 bore, which means that 12 lead balls have been made from 1 pound of lead fitting the gauge of the barrel. Now the gauge. Gauge is an archaic term which is used in smoothbore weapons, and it is determined by the number of lead balls of the size equal to the approximate diameter of the bore that it takes to weigh 1 pound. That means from 1 pound you name to make the number of lead balls fitting the approximate diameter. So the gauge of firearms is a unit of measurement used to express the diameter of barrel. And gauge is determined from the weight of the solid sphere of lead that will fit the bore of the firearm. It is expressed as the multiplicative inverse of the sphere's weight as a fraction of pound. For example, 1 over 12 pound ball fits a 12 gauge bore, which means there are 12 gauge balls per pound which are made. This is a picture showing two types of lead balls. The upper one is showing 12 balls, that is 12 gauge barrel, and they are weighing equal to 1 pound. And the size is 0.7 inches per ball, whereas the lower one is showing 20 gauge ball and they are 20 gauge barrel, and size is 0.6 inches equal to 1 pound. So for practical purposes, the gauge is the internal diameter in inches. It is equal to the number of lead balls made from 1 pound of lead and each size fitting the barrel. This is the ammunition design of smoothbore weapon cartridges. On the left side, you can see the transparent showing the lead balls. This is another picture. In the middle, there is a transparent case showing the lead balls. The most common, as we know, is the 12 bore, which is meant that 12 lead balls are made from 1 pound of lead and each fitting the gauge of the barrel. As pellets decreases in size, the number increases. For example, the old grains 1 over 7,000 of a pound, which means that there are 7,000 grains which have been made from 1 pound of lead. Thank you very much. So this is all about the caliber and the gauge